flip the throttle when I'm coming to a stop, it'll just... Does that have sound now? Does that have sound now? Okay. Thanks, Tanqueray. I had my freaking stereo on, and I guess the Bluetooth was like connected to the stereo, so it like stole my microphone. But yeah, today's my birthday, but earlier I was like welding up the exhaust because like when I went to get the car tuned, I like threw it on there and tack welded it and tied it up with some steel cable, and I've had it like that for like a couple weeks. It was fine, honestly, but I just wanted it welded in there more secure, so I hung some exhaust hangers and welded it up, and then I went ahead and threw my Mickey Thompson slicks on the back. Figured I'd go out and rip on this thing a little bit and see if anybody be willing to come in and watch. Thanks for telling me about the sound thing, dude. I would have streamed this whole time and not even fucking known it didn't have no sound. 7/8 long tube headers, speed engineering, and then I took 2011 to 2014 H-pipe, MBRP makes it, and yeah, you're about to hear it scream if you stay in here a second. I'll row through the gears and you can actually hear it, but it's speed engineering long tubes, MBRP H-pipe, and then Flowmaster Flow FX straight through mufflers. It's almost like a glass pack. You can see straight through it, but it's perforated and has like fiberglass around it. And then I have it dumped before the axle. So it's like, it's rowdy. It's loud. I decided I'm gonna get exhaust cutouts though, so I'm gonna leave it the way it is and cut the dumps off and have those Flow FX mufflers and then the electric cutouts, and then have a catback behind it so I can flip a switch and switch between having the Flow FX mufflers dumped, and then when I flip the switch back, it'll go through the Flow FX mufflers, through the catback, and then out the back. So it'll either be super quiet or super loud. Kind of like how the new cars have active exhaust. You can do that on any car, and you just gotta buy exhaust cutouts and have a little bit of welding skill. If you get your exhaust and slip fit it, all you really gotta do is tack the shit together. If you slip fit it into each other, then it's not gonna leak. I'm about to be able to open it up real good for you here. I'm like about to turn onto this highway. There's a few cars in front of me, so I'll let them get a little bit ahead. But yeah, scream is definitely the right word for it. I'm gonna drop it back down here first, as a matter of fact. This thing sings out to 8,000, so. Gonna boost this thing, but it's crazy fast already on E85 with full exhaust, with no restriction, like free flowing exhaust, nothing restricting it at all. And then the ported Gen 3 manifold and E85, it made this a whole different car. It screams. I'm sure you heard it just now. Gets my adrenaline pumping every time. It never gets old. Never gets old. Never gets old. Thanks, man. Yeah, I like it too. It's a little loud, but once I get it set up the way I want it, with the cutouts to where I can switch it back and forth between catback and dumps, that'll be the ticket, man, because I can leave it shut and have my catback for my cold start. That way it starts and it's nice and quiet. And because when I had that Flowmaster catback on here, you couldn't even tell there was a Coyote in the car, because it was, you know, reduced down to 2.5-inch exhaust with the Flowmaster chamber mufflers, it sounded just like the 4-valve sounded. But after I changed it to dumps, you can definitely tell this ain't no 4.6. But I want to be able to switch back and forth. I think that'll be cool. The new cars can do it, so. The only problem is most of the ones out there are electronically actuated, and I don't know how I feel about electronic actuation being in hot ass exhaust. I want like a vacuum actuated. That way it's just like air sucking is open and closed instead of, you know, something electrical that can get hot and get burned up. I'm gonna break my input shaft doing that shit. You'd be surprised what this T45 can handle. I've been launching with these Mickeys on a dead hooking, launching it at like $4 grand, and it just like dead hooks and goes. And this T45's stout, man. People say it's trash, but yeah, I drive a stick, or maybe I just got a really good one. Mine's stout as shit, because I thought for sure it was going to break the first time I launched it on these street slicks, but it didn't. The first couple times I was clutch slipping it, that way it wasn't too hard on the input shaft, but I tried actually just dumping it and letting it eat, and it took it. So I'm planning to go do that here in a second too. So y'all might get to see me break my input shaft if y'all hang around long enough. Sounds awesome. Want to hear that thing? She sounds great. Thanks, Tank Ray. Thanks, Ray. I'd never live streamed before yesterday, and then I tried it out, man. A bunch of people came in and was talking to me last night while I was fixing my intake manifold. My manifold had like a little leak where I had to clearance it to fit the Gen 1 engine. There's like clearance issues with the water neck on the engine, so I like ground a little piece off the manifold, and it like exposed this little bar on the IMRCs, and it was fine at first, but after it heat cycled, yeah, it is sweet music. I don't even listen to music in this thing because loud exhaust, stick shift, American Muscle, there ain't no better sound in the world, dude. But after that manifold heat cycled a few times, I started hearing it hiss, so it was leaking through that bar into the back of the IMRC flaps, and I got the IMRCs locked, so it was leaking into like behind where the IMRCs were locked, and it wasn't throwing no codes or nothing. So I think that cylinder might have been running a little bit lean for a day or two. So I pulled the manifold off there and JB welded it, and then filed down that bolt, and now it fits perfect. This thing does well on curves too. I better not take curves too fast. These 275 60s will rub. But with the Coney adjustable suspension I put on here, this thing drives better than any other SN95 I've driven. If you buy once, cry once, and get some adjustable struts and shocks, like a good brand, it's totally worth it on these cars, because I've got lowering springs, and the ride was rough as hell with just like some regular shocks and struts, but after I switched them and dialed in the dampening where I want, it's actually pretty smooth. So like with the Gen 1 manifold and pump gas, it was very torquey and pulled hard, even down low. But after I switched to the Gen 3 and I was peak power at like 6,800. After I switched to the Gen 3 manifold and E85, it keeps pulling to 7,400 RPMs. I'm still in peak power because I got this thing dyno tuned, so I know exactly where the power's at. And it pulls to 7,400, dude. But it doesn't have quite as much down low though, so it really, like, it's a different car after 4,000 RPMs, if I'm being honest. But where I've got 373s, that makes up for the little bit of down low that I lost. But it's negligible, honestly. With the amount of gain I got from 3,500 up, it's definitely worth it. Like I said, it'll sing to... It pulls to 7,400, so you can sing it to like 7,600. I'm considering swapping my 99 GT. That's the first car I ever swapped, was a 99 GT. It's on my channel. I put a Gen 2 Coyote in it. It had a full Cervini Stalker body kit. The 96 to 04 cars are the easiest ones to swap. Oh, I can rip one right here. Never gets old, man. Never freaking gets old. I love the smell of the E85 too. And I've already burned a quarter tank. I'm swapping my Fox currently. Yeah, the Fox is it's the same exact chassis. 94 to 04 cars are Fox bodies with different clothes on. The chassis is the same. The core support's a little different, but the chassis itself is pretty much the same. And there's just different body panels on it. They're all Fox bodies. If you can see past body panels, they're all just Fox bodies. So I think with Fox bodies though, the brakes are like vacuum assisted instead of the hydro boost system. So I think you gotta like add a modular power steering pump if you want power steering, or do an electric power steering pump. But for the most part, swapping a Fox body is about the same. I've actually been talking to a guy. He wants me to swap his Fox body for him. He lives close to me, and he seems serious about it. So I might have, brakes suck, yeah, if I was swapping a Fox body, I'd probably get like a really nice brake setup, because brakes are important, especially when you're going to all this extra power. I'm about to get on the highway. Daily a 19 bullet, dude. Those new bullets are dope. I was at the I was at the Carlisle Ford Nationals, and there was a whole section of bullets there, and the new body style bullets are honestly one of my favorite cars Ford's ever put out. That dark green and that new body style just looks so sick. There was this woman from, I think, Canada there that had a really, really, really nice one with like all the Steve McQueen signage around it and stuff. The 01 bullets are sweet too, but the new ones are sick. Yeah, if you daily a 19 bullet, then being in a Fox body with the same power, I'm sure you can imagine it feels like you're gonna die every time you drive on these things, because the car is so old and so raw. There's no traction control. It's just 450 horsepower in one of these feels like 700 in one of those new cars, because those new cars, it feels like you're in a spaceship or something. I've had the S550 and the S197 5.0s, but when I wanted to get back into the Mustang game this time, I was like, I want an SN95 Cobra. It's kind of like always been one of my dream cars, the 96 to 98 Cobra. And now I have it. I raced a twin turbo. Yeah, it's going. Oh yeah, it's going to be a handful. Even on pump gas, they're a handful, dude. Mine made 434 on pump gas with the stock manifold. If you put some Mickey Thompsons on the back though, and subframe connectors, it really plants and goes even with all that power. But if you run street tires, it's like, it's fun, but if you don't know how to control a car, you should not be running street tires in a Coyote swap car, because it's rowdy all over the road. You grab second and it'll spin until you let off. Same with, my car chirps third, chirps fourth. It's crazy. There's a carnival going on. I didn't know that. I might go back home and get my wife and daughter and take them to this carnival. Fucking Ferris wheel. Just randomly spinning in the sky on a road where there's never anything like that. I'm hoping I can run into something and race it while I'm with y'all, because I love racing these newer cars and hurt their feelings. Most of the time they see my gauges here though, and they won't race me, especially like Scat Packs and Challengers and Chargers and shit. They never want to smoke. They always like start cutting up through traffic and shit every time I see one. I'm on my way to this place where I make quarter-mile hits, so if y'all hang out a little bit longer, I'm gonna do a dig on this exit ramp. This exit ramp's like a half a mile long, so I can and it hardly ever gets used, so I can like sit there, and since I got it tuned on a hard dig, I get locked out of third. What transmission do you got? You get locked out of third? Always get Nissan Altima. Yeah, fucking. I stay away from Nissan Altimas, dude. Anytime I see a fucking Nissan Altima or a fucking, there's one right beside me. I'm talking shit. Anytime I see a Nissan Altima or a Infiniti, like anywhere near me, I just like try to get out of the way, because they usually have damage on every body panel. And it's usually some single mom that's fucking late for work and pissed off, and they're driving 150 miles an hour. It's never fails. Now there's this stock trans, is it a T45 or what? My T45 eats, dude. Yep, same area. My T45 lets me grab third. I mean, I can't do it above $7,000, but if I do it right at $7,000, I can slam it in there. It's still a little bit of a hesitation though, so I know what you mean about the lockout. It's like you can't just grab it. You gotta like get it there and then let itself in, kind of thing. It's the only holdback about this older transmission, but other than that, it's taking the power pretty well. love stabbing it like that. It's like I'm like a dog barking or something. And if you have one of these COYOTE swap cars, I highly suggest doing your intake how I did mine. I ran mine to where the filter is inside the inner fender. No part of my air filter is inside the engine bay at all. So like my IET stays super low. See, this thing just fucking died. It does that after you do a pull. My tuner had fixed it, but it just randomly started doing it again. I don't know. It's weird. When you say stock trans, you talking about the T45? Racing around here. The street racing scene's kind of wild around here where I live. People just go out in Mexico, of course, but there's quite a few Mexicos around here where people just go out and straight up dig race in the middle of the night on strike roads. It's pretty crazy. It's like you're in a movie or some shit. I'd love to catch a race while I've got all y'all in here. Yeah, T45. My T45's holding up pretty good, but like you said, it does hesitate just a little bit. For me, it's more second gear that it locks me out of, and I can pull it there, and I've got tension on it, and once RPMs come down, it just falls down into it. But if I just yank it, and shift as fast as I know I can, it'll just give a little grind and then go. But I don't like doing that because I want this transmission to last a little bit. We're gonna make a hit here in a second. I'm at this spot. I just gotta make a U-turn and then hop on this exit ramp, and I can do a dig pull. That E85 pops, like gasoline backfires, and it's like a distinct backfire, but this E85, it's just like pop, pop. I kind of want to do the ghost cam tune on this thing. Since I have the exhaust straight through and dumped, it'd sound like a Fox body chopping. Since I have this exhaust where it's like just flowing freely, it'd sound ridiculous. My tuner said I could have the tune for free. I just gotta download the SCT software and hook this thing up to it. I just let him dyno tune it, and I haven't messed with it. I got a new laptop for my birthday today though, so I'm gonna start using that for YouTube and I just changed the cable quadrant and put a firewall adjuster. I haven't done a pull to see if I'm still having that problem. That would sound good. Yeah, I didn't mess with the quadrant or the firewall adjuster. I just got an adjustable cable. That way I can just push the fork up to have enough tension that I want, and then adjust the cable in and set it and be done. And then the stock quadrant's self-adjusting, so if you start hearing a little squeaking, you can just lift up on the pedal, push it down, and the squeaking goes away. So that's how I'm running mine. It hasn't given me any issues. I've literally been running this cable. When I had the COBRA engine in it, I had this same cable on it, so.
1
sometimes and go out racing, and he was with them. It's a nice, really nice Charger. Those Hellcats are really nice, especially on the inside. Hopefully nobody's getting behind me on the exit ramp. Yep, somebody is. I'll pull over and let them go past me. Dang it, Hell Kitty snack, yep. Honestly, I raced an Infiniti Q50 the other night, and it got me by a fender, and then he raced a Hellcat Red Eye, and he beat him, but he might have turned his boost up when he raced the Hellcat, I don't know. But those cars are heavy, dude. I'm about to make this hit right now, so as soon as I get around this corner, we'll stop and then launch it at like 2 or 3, 4K. Y'all might get to see me break my input shaft live. Gotta let that car get far enough ahead. Alright, here we go. It at like 35 and it bogged. I don't know if y'all heard that, but it dead hooked and then bogged and went. I think I need to launch it at like 45 or 5, because the one time I did launch it at 5, it felt like I've only got 20 psi in these tires, so it felt like the whole car like sat down and then like jumped off of the line. On a 95-degree day, I did a quarter-mile run right there, and I got up to 122. It was like an 11.9 at 122, and that's an uphill slope. So sometimes on the draggy it says invalid, sometimes it says valid, but we're going uphill 122, 11, and my 60 foot was like 1.7. I think I need to launch it harder. I just don't want to break this fucking transmission, dude, you know? Right there, I launched it at like 38 and it bogged. Maybe it's because I didn't lay into the throttle as soon as I dumped the clutch, I don't know. Maybe as soon as I dump it, I just need to floor it. Oh yeah, it hooks. Yeah, I have laid into it on the launch before, but like I said, I could feel the tires like crumple, and then it felt like I jumped. It felt like the whole car just jumped. It was like a perfect launch, but I lost steering for a second, and I like went off the side of the road. Did y'all see that? It looked like somebody took a picture. There was like a speed thing there, but it says 55, and I'm only going 45, so. I got my license plate covered anyway, so. Even if they did take a picture. Oh, there's a Mustang 2 cars behind me. That's 550. I don't think he wants to smoke that. think if I launch it and then stay, like, just, if I launch it like 45 and then just go ahead and floor it when I dump it, it launches really good. But I think I'm teetering on breaking the damn thing. I'm gonna be getting a TKX here soon though, that way I ain't gotta worry about it. I can just clutch dump it in second if I want to. I'll just take it. Yeah, there's 550 behind me. Race red. There's another place I can try to launch it over here. I might go over there and try it. Yeah, these Mickey Thompsons, they hook great. And you ain't even got to heat them up. That exit ramp's like concrete though. Yeah, it's a red 5.0 beside me. He probably don't want to smoke though. Probably a 10 or 80 guy. 10 speed, 10 speed. Yeah, I didn't even realize it was my birthday until I woke up and had like a bunch of Facebook notifications and text messages and stuff. But if I do break it, that'll be a reason to get the TKX even faster. I've just been taking my time with the car instead of buying everything of... Yeah, tell me about it. I used to be excited for birthdays, but now it's just like another day. But yeah, I've been trying to take my time with this thing so I don't get bored with it. Just doing like little things at a time instead of just blowing another 10 grand to getting the trans and the supercharger and throwing it all on there at once. I want to throw the trans on it and see how it does. This dude in diesel truck's pissed off because I ain't taking off fast enough. Once I get the trans in it, I'll be able to like see how it's actually going to do on a quarter mile. now this T45 is costing me at least a second. Having to hesitate on them shifts. That's why I miss the MT82. Everybody talks shit about the MT82, but I used to fucking no-lift shift that fucking thing and just absolutely abuse it, and it took every bit of it. Yeah, I feel you, bro. Everybody's got a budget. So it's speed engineering, inch and 7/8 long tube headers. Mr. Moss asked what exhaust you're on again. Speed engineering, inch and 7/8 long tube headers. An MBRP 11 to 14 H pipe in stainless steel, and I like narrowed it and like made it fit. And then Flowmaster, FX straight through 3-inch mufflers, and then I got a dump before the axle. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, everybody hates on Flowmasters, but I like them. Honestly, the way this exhaust is set up, all it does is take the raspiness out of it. It's as loud as open headers would be without the rasp when you're wide open. When you're going just cruising like right now, it's, you know, kind of smooth. You can't even really hear it that much. But when you lay into it, it screams. But having free-flowing exhaust is important if you want it to make the most power possible. That's why I wanted a 3-inch mid pipe, 3-inch mufflers. I wanted everything 3-inch. It doesn't fit under there as good. You gotta like modify it and hack on it until you get it right. But once you get it right, it sounds so good. This thing's just like ready to go at all RPMs. I love it. Just ready to start pulling. Yeah, it's spicy, especially with this E85, bro. It's a whole different car with the E. If I didn't have E85 in my area, I would have already switched to a boosted setup by now. But with this manifold and E85, it made the car that much more fun. It's like at a really good power level right now. Just north of 450, it's probably making like 470-ish. The dyno said it made 500, 499.8 or whatever, but that was with C85. C85 has nitromethane in it, so the fuel I used on the dyno was out of the normal. It was straight up the best racing ethanol fuel money can buy. It's got MTBE and nitrometh in it. Some crazy shit. Alright, I'm pretty much here where I can make this hit again. I'm gonna lay into it this time. was just here. I don't know, I'm gonna stay out a little bit longer. If y'all stay in here and bullshit with me, I'll keep driving. I was thinking about like seeing if my wife and daughter wanted to go to that carnival, but I'm pretty sure it's almost over. It seemed like a bunch of people were leaving, so I don't even know what time it is. Alright, Ray, if I break this input shaft, you gotta shoot the shit with me while I fix it. There's somebody on the exit ramp this time. They're going 5 miles an hour. Guess I need to do the same thing. Right at 9? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna launch it at like 5 grand this time, and I'm gonna, as soon as I dump the clutch, I'm just gonna fucking lay into it. I'm gonna give her all the beans this time. Yeah, seats are great. Are your seats comfortable? I'm looking to upgrade. Yeah, these seats are great, man. They were $300 on eBay for both of them. There's a video on 2 videos on my channel how I mounted them. All right, here we go. It bogged a little bit launching it at 45. Would I need to launch this thing at 5 grand? This T45 is surprising the shit out of me. Runs so cool. I've been beating the piss out of it. It's 180 degrees. Intake temps are 82 degrees, and it's 80 degrees outside right now. It's giving me traction, man. I'm running Mickey Thompson 275 60 15. So they're a tall ass tire, and I'm only got 20 psi of air in them. So they hook and book, that's for sure. And I ain't even doing a burnout neither. I'm just going. And they're hooking and making the car bog, and it's pretty crazy how well these tires hook on the street, especially with this power level. On street tires, it just smokes them every time. Smokes first, smokes second, spins third. It felt like it spun a little bit when I grabbed second there, but not much. My windows are tinted out, so I can have the light on. People can't really tell. I right, with a better trans, you'll see. Oh yeah, I've gotten a 1.7 60 foot with this transmission, and I think I can do better. But unfortunately, I can't do my draggy while I'm live streaming, so I couldn't like see what times I got just now. But it felt good, just as good as the 11.9, 11.8 runs that I was making on that exit ramp. And that exit ramp is uphill the entire way. Yeah, it is good, because normally when I grab second with street tires, they just light up and spin, but there it just like spun just a hair and then just kept going. Getting back to where there's gonna be some light now. This is kind of cool having y'all like chatting with me and shit while I'm cruising around. Y'all get to enjoy this with me. The adrenaline rushes. It's just like adrenaline rush after adrenaline rush. So look at Felicia. Somebody's sending me pictures of some chick. Like I give a damn. A lot of my buddies from back home aren't married, so don't have kids. I'm like, what are y'all doing, man? Kids change your life. Even on video, you can tell you are flat moving out. Yeah, it fucking moves, man. This thing fucking shits and gets. I love it. Actually, I can fucking, I didn't even realize it. I can spin y'all around you so y'all can see how fast we're moving. I might do that next time. Since y'all are staying and chatting, I'm gonna keep ripping on this fucking thing. We'll rip it till she breaks. Yeah, I have to blip the throttle like that or it'll just die coming to a stop. As long as you remember to just barely blip the throttle after you go to neutral, you're good. The tune fixed it at first, but it's just started doing it again. And I asked my tuner about it, and he said it's got to be something mechanical. It's something on my end. So I don't know. Down the side, they decide not to. They think I'm boosted or something, because I got a oil pressure and a fuel pressure gauge on my pillar here, because I like to know my actual oil pressure, my actual fuel pressure. This time around, I'm gonna flip the camera so y'all can see in front of the car when I make this hit. Y'all still there? Yeah, it's still going. If y'all are in here, I'm gonna try to open my Draggy app really quick. So it'll just pause it for a second, but I ain't going nowhere. It's literally gonna take me like 3 seconds to do this. Yeah, I'm connected to my Draggy now. Yeah, like I said, Colonel Steve Austin, she's breaking up. Yeah, I paused it for a second, bro. I've opened my Draggy app so we can see my actual quarter-mile time live. So I've got when we lost the feed. Yeah, I paused it for a second so that I could open up my Draggy app. I want to see what I'm actually running in the quarter mile, so I can tell y'all real time what this run's gonna do. Yeah, hell yeah. Thanks, Ray. I figured it'd be a good idea. Why not just see what actual quarter mile time I'm running? I didn't know if I could do it in the background while I'm live streaming, but I think I can. If it pauses again, that's what I'm gonna try to go there and see if it connected. I don't know if it's gonna connect while I'm live streaming or not. I'm trying. I'm gonna make at least one more hit in this spot. And I'm gonna launch it at like $5 grand this time, because 42, it felt like it almost didn't bog, but then it bogged for just a split second. Maybe I should just slip the clutch. I think I got my best 60 foot ever when I just slipped the clutch. It's fun just dumping it though. Just dumping it and feeling it fucking. Slip it a little bit. It won't let me connect to the Draggy while I'm live streaming, unfortunately. The connecting thing just keeps spinning and spinning, so I don't think the Draggy's gonna work. I keep jumping back to that screen to see if it's gonna connect, but my Draggy's not lighting up or anything, so I don't know. I'm trying. I know it sucks. I'm trying. If y'all bear with me, I might get it to work. I guess live streaming takes up a lot of data on the phone, so it isn't able to connect to the satellites. I have always loved dumping the clutch. Oh yeah, dumping the clutch is the best feeling ever. So I never understand why people drive automatics. There's no better feeling in the world than just rowing through the gears. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm glad y'all think it's badass. I might do it more often. Because I go out and cruise all the time just to relax and blow off steam. This time I am going to turn the camera around so y'all can see the uphill that I'm going, and y'all see the high 11s I'm running on this uphill slope is kind of crazy how uphill it is, and I'm still getting these good numbers. Yeah, I think if I think I'm gonna need to get like another camera so that I can stream and then also have my phone to do the Draggy, because I've switched back 4 times and tried disconnecting and connecting, and it won't connect to the Draggy. And it's never done that before. It always just connects immediately, like within a second it connects. But I don't know. I guess it's just too much for the phone. I can get, my wife's asleep, I can go steal her phone. Download the Draggy app on her phone. Or I wonder if the Draggy will work with a tablet. The Draggy will work with a tablet. If the Draggy will work with the tablet, then I could steal my daughter's tablet and do the Draggy from the tablet, and then still have the live stream. So about a minute and a half away from where we can make another hit. There's only one spot that I feel like it's safe to do it, and it's this exit ramp. And the wife comment killing me, yeah. I don't like driving like an idiot in traffic, so like this exit ramp's the only place I feel comfortable getting up over 100 miles an hour, because I can get up to like 100, 110 and then slow down and be at the speed limit before I get onto the highway. So if y'all like this live streaming stuff, I might, yeah, only way to do it safely. Yeah, when we go out on the weekends, we take like a few cars at a time, and like if 2 of us are racing, we'll have 4 cars behind us, like making sure there's no traffic. And there's this spot in Mexico we go to too and do dig racing. If y'all like this live streaming stuff, then I might start streaming when we go and actually do dig racing. It's like fucking Street Outlaws or some shit. There's literally like 100 of us out there, somebody with a flashlight, and everybody's just, you know, looking for races. Yeah, it'd be like Street Outlaws live, literally. It's literally just like that. When I'm there, I feel like I'm in the set of Street Outlaws. Last weekend, there was a cyber truck out there dig racing against trucks with like 4 bottles of nitrous in the bed. That's the best stress reliever. Oh no, that Corvette just revved at me. Should I chase him down? Should I chase him down? It was a Z06. He just revved at me. Fucker. I just pulled into this turn. Nah, he turned up there. I'm already in this like turning lane, so I couldn't get out. He went up into this like hotel complex anyway, and we wouldn't have been able to race. Yeah, I know. That's the first car that's like revved or anything at me this evening. Usually people try to race me all the time, or I get compliments, people yelling out the window telling me to rev it and shit. My wife's like, why do people do that? I'm like, they just like the car. She doesn't get it. The fuck, there's a dude skateboarding right here. It scared the shit out of me. I thought my car was making some kind of crazy noise. Alright. Make this U-turn and we can go make a hit. You get to see the front view this time. My ethanol percentage is at like 81% too, so this will be a good run. Ready? I gotta turn the camera like this way so that y'all will be able to see straight forward. Alright, y'all ready? Alright, yep. Alright. Here we go. That time, did y'all hear that? I launched it at like
because there was a car coming up behind me, so I couldn't take my time. So I just went ahead and launched it at $5,000, and it just hooked and booked. It launched, felt great. It didn't bog at all. It was just like, what? Just came straight out of the hole. That was the best one yet, for sure. That had to have been like a 1.6, 1.7, 60 foot. That felt, it put me in my seat hard. So that's for sure where I need to launch it. I can maybe even give it a little more too. That was like right at 5K. And it didn't, it was like it almost wanted to bog, but it had enough power to power through it. So I think that's the ticket right there, boys. Yeah, dude, it feels like the front tires come off the ground almost. It was awesome watching the front end come up. Yeah, it feels like they almost come off the ground, dude, because the steering gets really light for a second. Like when I first launch, it feels like the steering wheel, like when you have the car up in the air, you know how the steering wheel just kind of loosely will go like that? Great to see you enjoying your earbud. Yeah, dude, I fucking love this car. Never gets old. Never gets old. I'm glad y'all came in here and shooting the shit with me. This was cool as hell, being able to talk to people while I'm ripping on this thing. What's cooler than that? Yeah, it hooked and booked that time. It's hooking. I keep forgetting to read the question so that y'all know what I'm talking about. But Ray said, yeah, it's hooking up really damn good. Yeah, that time, I mean, it was hooking every time, but it was bogging. But that time, it hooked and just powered through it. That was wild. It felt like it spun a little bit when I grabbed second, but it was negligible. That was probably one of, if I could have finished that run out, that would have probably been one of my best quarter-mile passes. But unfortunately, I can't. I wonder if I open the draggy first and have it in the background and then start the stream, if it'll clock my times, because you can have the draggy app closed and it's still clocking all your times every time you slow down and everything. Yeah, that $5,000, that was a good launch at $5,000. Yeah, $5,000, I think that's the sweet spot for launching from a dig. I don't know how long the T45 is gonna like it, but it hooked and booked. I think I'm ready to dig. My buddy's got a 2021 10R80 car that's on E85 with headers and shit. And I've been wanting to dig race him. But I wanted to get my launch down because when that 10R80 leaves the line, it's crazy. It just fucking goes. I wish that C6 would have it was a C6 Z06. I wish he would have pulled in the lane beside me and done a U-turn and came and raced with me. That'd be a good race for this car because those Corvettes are around the same weight. Yeah, dude, that 10R, my buddy's got a 10R80. It's fucking, from a dig, those cars are crazy. I think they launch in second, but it looks crazy when you're behind one that's got Mickey's on it and they launch it hard. It's like unreal. It just fucking plants and goes. That's why I like this older shit, because you gotta like dial it in to get it right. With the automatic and these newer cars, you just literally just hit the gas. It takes skill to be good at dig racing with a stick shift. I might go make another hit, since that $5,000 hit was so good. Even when I switched to E85, he was still kind of getting me, but when we got an actual good run in from like 40 to 130, once I got to fourth gear, that 10R just didn't have enough. Once I got to fourth gear and got in up to like past 3,500, 4 grand, I just started walking away from him. It felt so good to finally beat one of these new cars that's built, you know, an NA built 10R80 car. That was what I wanted this car to be able to beat a built 10R80 car, NA, and it finally can. With a little bit of driver mod. Since I got this T45, you got to be able to fucking love on this thing for it to want to shift right. Shows up. Go get that 4-banger ricer. It's riding out. Awesome. Congrats. Sounds rowdy. It is rowdy. On street tires, it's almost undrivable. You hear him revving that shit? He's revving that 4-cylinder up there. Still revving that 4-cylinder like he's got something. Watch, he's probably got big ass turbos on it. He's still revving it. You hear that? He's still revving it over and over and over again. He's gonna blow that fucking little 4-cylinder up. Oh, he's dig racing this truck. He just did a dig race against the fucking. Oh yeah, I'm behind his ass now. Oh no, there's still one car in between us. He just did a dig off the line against that diesel truck. That diesel truck fucking spun off the line and everything and beat him, I think. Or no, that's just a fucking, that's a gas Dodge truck. God damn. Beside me trying to race me in an Infiniti too. We might get some good races in here. It's about to get fun. Oh, here's this fucking 4-banger. Oh, he's on my ass now. With me or nothing. He's on my ass though, like on my ass. quick at all, I ain't gonna lie to you. I legit put like fucking 8 or 10 bus links on his ass. Cause like, I don't know if y'all seen, but I like rev so I can make sure that he was into the throttle before I laid into it. I wanted to make sure he was in the throttle before I got into it, so he knew. So I like rev jumped, and then I seen him like starting to come up on my bumper, and then I hammered it. It's cool seeing live street antics for sure. Yeah, I'm having a blast, dude. Wait till the heat wave passes and come chase the mouse and wire my swap. I will, bro. Hopefully I don't end up in fucking jail or something. This car's so loud. It was nice running into a couple people though. That 4-cylinder, he thought he had something, dude. When I went by him and revved, he got right on my fucking bumper. I thought he was gonna rear end me. But once that lady got out from in front of me, he realized he was messing with the wrong 97 Cobra. That's why I love this thing. It's like so unsuspecting that it's gonna fucking drag your ass. It was like the typical fucking teenage dude in a 4-cylinder Mustang. He had his hat backwards with like kind of long, shaggy hair. He's like, that thing's fucking sweet, man. This fucking tractor trailer just cut me off. I don't think he's seen me, so. Did the Ricer have a big fart can like the ones here in Florida? No, his exhaust didn't sound that bad. Honestly, it sounded kind of like a 6-cylinder with some decent exhaust, but you could hear the turbos whooshing. He thought he was fast until he tried to keep up with me. Then he realized he was messing with the wrong car. I'm back here where I seen that Z06. I'm gonna do another pull on this exit ramp. Go, motherfucker, go. My shit just died going around that corner. I lost steering and brakes and everything. Yeah, Z06 would be a great race. There's a C6 too. There's a 2024 Mustang behind me. That's 100% a 2024. Headlights look similar though. I don't know what that thing is. Oh, that's an M3. That's like the race BMW thing. I don't know much about those cars. Oh, it's popping and shit. That thing's pretty quick. Alright, we're gonna launch it at like 5,500 and just fucking let it eat this time. Say a prayer for my input shaft. Y'all ready? Here we go. Alright, we're gonna do it at like $5,000 this time. That one felt like right at 5K, like on like 51. I smell a little bit of clutch, but it just went right through it. Yeah, $5,000's the money spot. I think it might even take a little more, but getting it up close to red line for a launch with this T45 just makes me nervous. Oh, there's a Supra. It's an MK5 Supra right here. People are just cruising. I ain't trying to be that asshole. Oh, here it comes. My car goal is to have my swap outrun my son's new M4. He keeps raising the bar with our jet ski stuff. Yeah, I definitely got a sweet spot for the launch for sure, Ray. Yeah, if you want to outrun an M4, you might want to go. You definitely want an E85 if you're going to stay NA. This has been so cool. It says 55. How fast am I going? Oh, maybe my speed's off because of these Mickey Thompsons. Roush blower is on. Oh yeah, if you got a Roush blower, you'll eat that M4 alive, especially if you're in a Fox chassis. Gut it, get it down to like 2,900 pounds. Ain't nothing gonna fuck with you. Figuring out the heat exchanger stuff now. Yeah. Honestly, I might get a TBS blower like that. Have you thought about putting spray on it? Yeah. Yeah, I thought about it. And, you know, funny thing is, Alejandro Flores, the tuner for Lund, he does these, like, live stream chats, and I asked him what he thought about putting spray, and he was like, just boost it, bro. Just boost it. If you want more power, just wait and boost it. It would be nice to have a little spray button for when somebody starts inching away. If I'm racing and they start beating me, I got a little spray and got a little extra 75 shot right there or something. That'd be cool, but when I put an ESS kit on this thing, it ain't gonna need spray. I'm gonna get a G3X with like 120 millimeter point. Make like 10 to 12 pounds of boost, and it'll live a long time around 700. Actually, I'm gonna go this way this time. Got an ice tank in the trunk, yeah. In those hot states, you need it. You know, something cool that would be cool is the Terminator's got this thing called a killer chiller, where you can route your AC into your inlet piping, so it's blowing your ice cold air conditioned air into your inlet piping for your supercharger, so you're getting like your IATs down to like fucking 50 degrees. That'd be the move if you're in a hot state. Just route the air conditioner plumbing into your intake. That would keep your IATs low even if it's fucking like a desert outside. Surprised my transmission ain't hot as fuck. When I go out racing, sometimes the trans tunnel will be like super hot, but it stayed pretty cool, honestly. And it's 85 degrees out. I love just stabbing them like that out of nowhere. I sold my stock throttle body to a guy doing an ESS install. He's on the Facebook swap page. Oh, yeah. I can't wait to get the ESS kit on this thing. But like I said, this thing's running so good on E85. I want to see how it's going to do after I put a transmission in it. I want to see how it's going to do in the quarter with this motor built the way it is with the E85 with a good transmission. And then after I do that, I'll throw the ESS on. Oh my God. Dude, since I've been on the phone with y'all, holy shit, I've run out 3/4 of a tank since I've been on the phone with y'all, where I've been ripping on this thing so much. What the fuck? I gotta go home. The E85 station's closed. The E85, you spray like 30% more fuel. So, where I've been beating the shit out of it, I burnt almost 3/4 of a tank in 90 minutes. That's fucking crazy. Like, look, when I left the house, I had a full fucking tank. I didn't realize that until literally just now. My son has a SN95 Cobra with a pre-built 302 forged internals. Mine's 03 convertible, and nothing beats competing with him every chance we get. Yeah, man. If you put a Coyote in it, though, in yours, though, you're going to be out of his league. My temps, I'm at 188 right now. And I've been beating the shit out of it. Yeah, but damn, it's way badass you sharing with this live stream. Yeah, man. This is fun for me, too. But yeah, the way I've got my radiator set up, and my, like right now, it's 80 degrees outside. I'll show you. Look. My intake temps are 78. My coolant temps 187. And y'all seen how hard I've been beating on it. I mean, don't die. But yeah, the temps stay low in this thing because I don't have AC, so there's not that AC radiator sitting in front of the regular radiator. Oh wait, it says I have a half a tank now. I thought that was weird. It seemed like I shouldn't have burnt that much. Yeah, it stays cool. It stays super cool. Even when it's 90 degrees outside, my engine coolant never... The highest I've ever seen my engine coolant's like 205, and that was because I was sitting in traffic, like bumper to bumper traffic on I-95. Have a Cash App, I'll send you some corn funds. Yeah, I do, bro. It's should just be my name. Yeah, my yeah, the guy that just asked, do I have a Cash App? I'll send you some corn funds. Yes, I do. The Cash App is SUZZA64. SUZZA64 with like the dollar sign and then Souza 64. SUZZA 64. I'm cruising by the E85 station to see if it's open. I don't know if it is, but yeah, that Cash App, it's SUZZA 64. It's only $3 a gallon here too. Well, $3.39 or something. Yeah, it was a signal loss because I went and checked my Cash App, Mr. Moss, so I could see what the name of it was for Tim. Yeah, it depends on what the E85, you know, it all depends area to area. Like down at Sheets, they have flex fuel, but it's 50 to 83%, so you never know what you're getting. But the actual E85 pump, it's always testing at least 80%. And it's $3.30 a gallon for that shit. But the flex fuel stuff's like $2 a gallon or something. What time is it? That E85 station might be open. I might be able to go top off. I like to try to keep it as full as possible. And I've got 15 more gallons at home. I keep in metal cans. Turbo Mustang, and that thing was dog slow. His fucking headlights looked like little blips in my rear view once I got done with pulling through third gear. That was so funny the way he cruised up beside me and was like doing that thing that fucking those weirdos with the squatted trucks do. He pulled up beside me and was doing that and saying that thing's nasty. He looked like one of those kids too. Drives it around those squatted trucks. 745, 849 Central. Okay, so it's 949. Yeah, he wasn't expecting the. Most people aren't expecting the Coyote to be in this fucking thing. That's why I love it. But my third brake light, I got one of those decals that goes over the third brake light, and when I hit my brakes, it lights up and says Coyote, and like this. It's in like a cursive font, so you gotta like look at it for a second to see what it says, but it's like kind of subtle. I thought that was cool. And then underneath my SVT badge, I put a flex fuel emblem just to troll people. Like the actual old school Ford flex fuel with like the little green leaf, the one that looks like it belongs on like a Ford Escape or something, like the generic, like eco-friendly one with the little leaf. That's the one I got. I thought that'd be funny. SVT flex fuel. This station might be open. Oh, there's my wallet. I thought I lost my wallet Yeah, so where the SVT badge, yeah, I like that, yeah. Where the SVT badge is on the trunk, I just put the flex fuel emblem right below it. It's the older, like, from like 2010 to 2012, the one they put on like Ford Escapes and shit. It's got like a little leaf and then just says flex fuel. It doesn't say E85 or anything like that. It just has like a little green leaf that turns into a road. It says flex fuel. The GM makes one that says flex fuel and it says E85 ethanol below it, but I didn't want to give too much away. I just mean that's why he thought he could be, yeah. Do y'all rev match when you downshift? It's like a habit for me. It's supposed to be easier on the clutch, and I've just done it for so many years that it's just like second nature. I think it's an M4. I don't know much about these BMWs. I know the ones with the M on them are quick. Might be the longest red light ever. Yeah, my intake, see, like sitting at this red light, my intake temp has gotten up to exactly 100. But as soon as I get going, it's gonna go right back down. Yeah, it's already at 98, 96, 95, 93, 91, 89. Having that filter in your inner fender is important, guys. It's so important. Pulling that cold air from outside the engine bay makes it run so much better. My intake temps are already back down to like 85. Coolant temps crept up to 195, but it's back down to 189 now. As soon as the air gets going through it. Yeah, the M-Cores. Yeah, my buddy, he's got an M3, and like the fucking gauges on the dash show you how much horsepower and how much torque you're making live. Like through the RPMs, it shows your actual horsepower. It's like you're driving on a dyno all the time, and his seats light up and shit. It's a fast little car. It runs with the Coyotes pretty well, because it's just a little sedan. But it's making over 400 horsepower, so it runs really good. And it's a stick shift. I'm almost at the E station. Hopefully they're open. The sign's on. But the thing with this E-pump, you can't just put your card in it. You got to go inside and pay. Because the E is like a pump of its own. It's not like grouped with all the other pumps. See if he's open. it's all locked up. No heat tonight. But like I've got plenty at home, so. Instant adrenaline. Especially launching this thing at $5,000, it feels crazy. Because where I got low tire pressure, I can feel the tires just like, you know, they're dead hooking, so I can feel them just like kind of wrinkle and then jump up off the line. It feels so cool. I'm surprised how well they hooked for those runs that y'all stayed and watched for. It was just fucking dead hooking. It's proven itself to be a stout little trans. It's funny. When those Mickeys like go over a bump, you're kind of bouncing and you can hear the RPMs like rah, rah, rah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it is impressive for a T45, ain't it? Y'all seen me do it live. Launching this fucker at $5,000 on 275 6015 Mickey Thompson ET Street R's. They're straight up slicks, dude. And I'm launching it at $5,000 with this T45, and it's taking it. So I have seen in the Mustang forum some guys said they had their T45 live for like a decade, pushing 650 wheel through it. So and I think maybe the Cobra, the ones that came in the Cobras, might be a little bit better. I don't know if they are or not, but a reason to throw a TKX in here, but I literally threw the street slicks on today just so that I could give this T45 hell and see how it handled it. And y'all watched me abuse it live, and it's not even grinding or anything. Like, it hasn't ground. It's not even getting hot. Like, it's crazy. Pretty wild. Maybe this T45 was built at some point. I don't know. Supposedly it's only supposed to handle 350 torque, and this one's definitely making north of 400. You might have that T45 for a while. Yeah, I know. I don't know, man. I wanted to send it till it broke, but I don't think it's gonna break. Doesn't seem like it's gonna break to me, at least. This guy from right here was like staring at me. Just go until it doesn't. Yeah, exactly. People were saying, yeah, that guy pulled up beside me and was like staring at me. I guess he was looking at the car, but yeah, people were saying the T45 won't survive, the T45 can't handle it, but I had the T45 behind the supercharged COBRA motor, and it was making like 4 or something. So what the fuck is going on here? So I figured, you know, just a little bit more power, it should handle it, and it's handling it pretty well. It's actually shifting a little smoother than what it usually does tonight, surprisingly. It's been letting me slam it into gear. Normally it hesitates a little bit, but I've been driving a stick for 20 years, and I started driving a motorcycle when I was 5, so I've learned to clutch when I was 5 years old. So I'm giving this thing everything it'll handle without grinding. I mean, I could shift it faster, but it's gonna grind, and I don't want to grind the fucking gears up just to shift a little bit faster. I don't mind launching it, but I don't want to grind second gear all to hell. Third, it just lets me bang it. Fourth, it lets me bang it. Second, if it's above 7 grand, it doesn't like it. Into my house. I'm gonna check on my wife and daughter. If they're like sleeping, I might start the stream right back up if y'all will come back out, and if y'all stay in here and hang out, I'll start the stream back up and we'll go out and try to find some more races. It seems to shift better than the Stalker. Hey Lisa. Huh? Oh, it's running really good.
I like all your decals.
Yeah.
I tell you what, every time you started up the cat, I'm like, what the fuck? And then I got a raccoon infestation. I got one that comes every day in the morning. He's just a little guy. And I just opened the back door and like 3 of them took off. I don't know if there's nothing to eat in this town or they got me pegged as a sucker.
Yeah, at least they ain't getting in our trash. That's my neighbor. She has 14 cats, bro. 14. they're all spayed and neutered, so I'll give her that. Oh, your first swap on the anniversary car? Yeah, so that anniversary car, it's yeah, Ray, I'll hop back in because I'm having a blast. It's my birthday, so I'm just chilling, you know. And this thing's running really good. I can't believe I was driving that whole time with these fucking headlight covers on. I wondered why I couldn't see shit. I thought it was just the headlights or something. But yeah, it definitely shifts better than that the T45 in that Talker car. Thanks, Ray. I'll just leave it running. I'm gonna walk in here and check on them. Were you able to fit the sway bar? Yeah. I'm gonna keep the stream going. My wife. I'm gonna keep the stream going. My wife and daughter's just chilling, and it's my birthday, so were you able to fit the sway bar? Yeah. In a Fox body, I think you got to relocate the sway bar though. I don't want to show y'all the entire inside of my house, so I'm gonna leave y'all sitting right here for a second. What are you doing, baby? Here. Yogurt. Jeez. All right, I'll be back in a little bit, honey. Kara. Okay. She's like fucking half asleep. Yeah, if you got a Fox body, you got to relocate the sway bar. They make these little brackets to relocate them, but if you got a SN95, you just got to remove the oil cooler off the engine. So Gen 2s and Gen 3s have a oil cooler. It's got this little where the oil cooler was, and then you can just screw on that. So it just deletes this little cooling device. If y'all are still in here, I'll go make one more hit. Otherwise, I'm gonna put the car up. It says there's people in here, but I never know because it'll say there's 0, and then I have like fucking 3 or 4 people commenting, and then it'll say there's people in here, and then there's nobody saying nothing. I don't know how this shit works. I'm still figuring out the live stuff, streaming stuff. I'm gonna make one more hit. Oh, I should put fuel in this fucking thing. Yeah. We'll put some E85 in it and then go make another hit. What are y'all up to this evening? Just bored and shooting the shit with me? Yeah, I'm gonna throw a can. Like I said, I keep these metal cans in here, so I'll throw a can of ethanol in here and take these fucking headlight covers off so I can see something. I was wondering why it seemed like my headlights weren't on. I thought maybe my bulbs were going bad or something. Y'all have been awesome though, man. This was a fun stream. Burnt out like fucking. Been watching your videos. Appreciate you sharing a lot of the details, especially with the wiring. Yeah, that was one thing that like I was most concerned about when I started swapping mine. So I felt like I needed to, like, you know, kind of show you guys in depth. My wife light went out. In depth the wiring, because that was one of the things that I was most hesitant about when I started doing the swap, was the wiring. So like that new edge that I swapped, I like didn't know much, and I just like tried to make it as basic as possible. But this one I custom did all my wiring and made it exactly how I want it. I'm putting this D in here. Somebody's honking. The only thing that sucks is with the E85, I only got one station where I can get the stuff. So if it's late at night, I gotta dig into my cans that I keep here. Gulp, 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 gulp. Almost got this can in here. I like these metal cans better than the regular gas cans, because you can just dump the shit out. These new gas cans, they like take forever for it to come out. These metal cans, I can just dump it and it comes out as fast as it'll go. All right, we got about 4.5. $5 gallons. Oh, it's leaking, it's leaking. All right, I got 5 gallons in here. Can't see shit. Yeah, it seems like most of y'all have head out now. The comments are slowing down, so I'm probably gonna call it a night. Unless anybody's in here and wants to see me go one more time, make another hit, I'm probably gonna call it. I just gotta put this can up. But I had a lot of fun, y'all, like hanging with me while I was out live, hooning around, fucking with people and racing and doing some digs. That was dope. I think I might start save the fuel. Thanks for the updates. Yeah. All right, boys. I had fun this evening, but I'm gonna call it. I was gonna go back out, but I'm gonna end up getting arrested or something. Going out there and running this thing where it's so loud. But if I do decide to go back out, I'll hop back on, because y'all are awesome to talk to. I really appreciate everybody that came in here and was shooting the shit with me. I was laughing and having a really good time. Y'all were cracking me up, and then that one fucking dude that would with with the turbo Mustang coming by, I was like, that thing's sick. That cracked me up too. But I might start doing this more often, doing some live street hits and, you know, just hitting the streets and shooting the shit with you guys. So if y'all liked it, then leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of summer. So holla at your boy.